Good afternoon, Football Heritage TV. I am Sava. I hope everyone is well. Today's daily video is slightly different. We're not going to talk about a transfer. We're not going to talk about Tottenham Hotspur as a football club. We are going to talk about an ex-employee, an ex-player of the club, Dele Alli. Dele Alli, for me, inspirational what he's come out and done the last 24 hours. People will mock, people will laugh. We can have our opinion of him as a footballer. But what he's just done as a man for mental health is brilliant. Let's talk about Dele Alli just after this. Yeah, good afternoon. So I'm sure we have all seen the video now put out by The Overlap. Gary Neville interviewing Dele Alli, the ex-Spurs player, the current Everton player. Now, really, really, really tough thing to do, to come out and admit that you are suffering with any problem in life. To come out and admit that you are suffering mentally is a whole new ballgame, especially with the stigma of being a man. For a man to come out and say, I need help, I'm struggling, this happened, I went to get help. This is to be admired. This isn't a PR stunt. This isn't, oh, look, feel sorry for me. This is to be admired. Dele Alli publicly has had a really bad time for years now. Is he a playboy? Why has his football gone down the pan? What's happening? He cares more about money than being a footballer. And now he's finally come out and spoke. And I, for one, applaud him for that. Because for me, this goes way beyond football. This goes beyond football. This goes beyond how good a player is he. Who cares right at this moment? Oh, can he get back to his best? Who cares at the moment? When the mind, when your mental health has problems, that trumps everything. And in life, we seem to forget that. We forget our ways. People care about big houses, Rolexes, Porsches, this, that, the other, big cars, the best holidays. You know, who's the best at this? Who's got the best subscribers in the YouTube world? Who's this? Who's that? Look at my pictures on Instagram and Twitter. They're better than your pictures. And we forget about people's health, people's mental health. It's really important. And you know what? It's really difficult because people don't want to speak about it. The stigma attached to opening up and asking for help. You are seen as weak. Man up. You're a snowflake. This generation is full of snowflakes. You're looking for attention. That's what goes through people's heads when they want to ask for help and they can't. Well, Dele Alli finally did. And all power to him. Dele Alli has just opened up about such personal things. Personal things that are bound to have a long-lasting effect on anybody. He said that his mum was an alcoholic when he was a child. And he had no rules, no discipline. No one telling him what's the time to come home. Here's a key, come and go when you like. That's what he said. He said at 6 years of age, he was molested by his mum's friend. 6 years of age. Obviously, there's never an age you should be molested. But imagine being 6 years of age and somebody that your mum has invited into the house has done that to you. And he's come out and talked about it. Smoking at 7. Dealing drugs at 8. Smoking at 7 and dealing drugs at 8. Where must you be as a kid, as a child? Where must you be that you haven't got anyone around you to tell you, no, that's wrong. You can't do that. This isn't the life you're meant to lead. He's opened up about that. And when you start looking at these things, you see, how can that affect a human being moving forward? It shows you that we need to be nicer to each other. Now, I'm not talking about Football debates. Football debates about whether a player is good enough or not. Of course, that's always going to happen. But in general, we're not nice to each other, are we? We're not nice to each other as a group of people. As the human race, we're so quick. And listen, I'm no angel. I just said live on my show, where I was 4 or 5 years ago, I hated it. I was hurting. I was in pain. I lashed out. I was rude. I was confrontational. And yet I needed a couple of people to take me to one side and go, Sava, what are you doing? This isn't you. This isn't how you were brought up. This isn't how you act. This isn't you. And you fight it and you ignore it, don't you? You ignore it. No, don't be silly. And then over time, something clicks and you realize when the people that love me and that are closest to me, I use me, I mean the royal we, the you, the me, the I. When somebody that's close to you is telling you these things, it's out of love. It's out of respect. It's out of trying to help you, try and guide you through these difficult times. And it looked like Dele Alli never had that. Now, of course, this will happen to millions of people across the world. Of course, Dele Alli's not special in this case, but what Dele Alli does have is fame and a platform to bring this to attention. And that's what needs to not be missed here. That it's not, oh, poor Dele Alli. He said that. Don't take pity on me. I didn't help myself, he said. But he never had that nurturing around him. He never listened to the senior pros when he was at football that told him, don't do this, don't do that. It's hard. And he said he had to get into that place. It had to be him waking up one day and going, I need help. Then to go to rehab. Huge thing to do. I know people that have gone to rehab. They said it's tough. It is not easy. You are leaving your life behind, your job, your family, your loved ones, your kids, your pets, your money. You're leaving everything behind to go and be somewhere with other people that are struggling. For them to teach you to love yourself again, for them to teach you that life is okay, to teach you that not everything you've done is your own fault. And for Dele Alli to come out and say that for 6 weeks he was in a rehab clinic in the US. When I saw this video this morning, I was overwhelmed by it because the sincerity, the sadness in his eyes and his face, you just felt like, forget football. This isn't about whether he should be a footballer for England, for Spurs, for Everton. This isn't about that. This is about awareness. And it made me feel a bit upset. Such good words. You know, he said he's been out of rehab for 3 weeks and already the media are on him, asking him, what's going on? What's this? What's happening? Are you playing football again? And he said, 3 weeks. It's a long road for him, but I'm so happy that he opened up because I think it will really help other people in life. I really hope it does. And even from doing the YouTube shows this morning, you see the number of people when we did a show, we actually just raised about 140, all in all, it works out to about $140 for mental health charities. We raised $140 for mental health charity just this morning, just by speaking about it. This isn't a well done me, you raise money. Just by speaking about it. People opening up in the comments, people telling, hey, I was an alcoholic. Hey, I've been abused. Hey, I suffer from PTSD. I suffer from depression. I didn't open up. I wished I'd have done this years ago, people were saying. They were telling their stories to each other, to strangers, telling each other, opening up. And it was wonderful to see. People offering their services. Hey, call me, message me, email me. Hey, I'm here for you. People in the chat saying this to each other, to strangers. That is what life and humanity should be about. Then you get the idiots in the chat. Oh, it's a PR stunt. Oh, feel sorry for the Playboy millionaire footballer. Life goes beyond that. Stop and think. If it was happening to someone that you love uncontrollably, wait till you see that person going in a downward spiral. Wait till you see that there's nothing you can do for a period of time, no matter how much you try to help. Wait till that happens. It's not nice. one of the things he said that was touching was trauma is trauma. Whether you're famous, whether you're not, whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you're young, whether you're old, whether it's alcohol, whether it's depression, whether it's sexual abuse, trauma is trauma. And people need to stick together. People need to be nicer. Ask people how they are. Stop attacking each other. People that come in, for example, on the internet, Dele Alli was saying that people just say whatever they want on the media without any remorse. You know, people just come in and make up things about his life. I've seen it. I've been on YouTube channels. People come in and just attack just YouTubers, just normal human beings sitting there talking football. People coming in, calling them the C word, talking about their parents, talking about their parents' death, talking about this, that, the other, talking about they're unstable and talking about it's madness. Learn from mistakes. I learned from mine. Many people will learn from theirs. Let's start being nicer to each other. This might not have been the upbeat football conversation that people wanted to have, but why should we not use our platform to discuss this? And the sad thing about this is I know that for the thousands of people that watch this, the comments will be overwhelmingly in favor of support and love for someone like Dele Alli as a human being. But I know there'll be that percentage of people that just can't help themselves but to say something nasty. That's life. So for me, already people, should Dele come back to Spurs? That should not be your first fault after that. That shouldn't be your first fault. Your first fault should be, good on him. How do we help this guy? How do we help other people? Thank you for speaking out. Your first fault shouldn't be, would you sign him back at Tottenham? Come on, guys and girls. We're better than this as humans. Let's learn from what we see, all the bad things we see. Let's be nicer to each other. A football debate is a football debate. Everyone has a little slagging match back and forth. That's fine. But there's levels. Absolute levels to it. Hey, that's just my take on what happened today. From my point of view, I think he was very brave to do that. He said it himself. He knew that by doing this, there'll be some people that just won't believe anything he says. But this is still a young man sitting there opening up. And he looks like he's in a better place. He said he is. Let's hope he can find peace in his life. Let's hope he can go back to his career when he's fit. But more importantly, let's hope that mentally he gets to a place where he doesn't feel alone. No one should feel alone. And as I've said, if anyone ever needs anything, message me. I'm on Instagram. Got my email address via YouTube. Let's help each other. Thank you for listening. Hopefully what Dele Alli did today really does help a lot of people. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.